You woke? Time to get up. It is for Topic Mixer, but I'm going to put this on Thought You Were Woke, No Speed Limit podcast. Why? It's important. It's part of our whole culture that's changing in America. Customer service. I was thinking about it the other day. I know a lot of Americans have had a wonderful experience at Chick-fil-A. Wonderful customer service. You know, they're a very busy place at lunchtime. You stand in line. Someone is actually standing there taking your order with the computer so that you can get your order correct. When you get to the window, you use whatever you order, you get it correctly because they do that. Then there's the other example. McDonald's, Burger King. You stand in line, get to the window, and sometimes you have to sit there for minutes on time until somebody finally, literally, you can sit at a window for 10 minutes before someone comes to the window. Before someone comes over the loudspeaker and asks, can I take your order? And it sounds just like, can I take your order? What you want? Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be sunset. Drive around to the next window. Then you sit there for another 20, 30 minutes. Doesn't get your order out. See, the whole customer experience is something we need to really talk about in business. If you're going to run a business, you got to have good customer service. Even for podcasting, I got to put a good face forward for my customers. If you say you didn't like something, I got to see why you didn't like it and try to fix it if I can. Now, if it's my opinion you don't like, you know how I feel about that, right? But anyway, if you're really into a service-oriented business, let's say, whether it be food service, whether it be even cell phones and car services, all these things require good customer service because it's the face of the customer. It's how you continue to make money from your customers, right? Well, apparently businesses today are getting to the point where they don't care. Like the McDonald's model, for instance. You go to a drive-thru, and I remember back in the day, there was a time when McDonald's cared about customer service. So we're going to talk about all of that. In fact, let me give you this story. Let's start all the way from here. When I was a child, most people now, especially millennials and the Gen Zs, they've never experienced a gas station attendant. They have no idea what that is. They've never heard. It's like, whoa, a gas station attendant. What is that? Okay, back in the day when you went to the gas stations weren't self-service. There was a guy there who literally would fill your tank. You say, hey, what do you want? Premium, unleaded, regular, whatever. He would come to your tank, fill up the tank, check your oil, wash your windows, all those things while you were standing there. Check all the levels in your car. This literally was just 20, 30 years ago. 30 years ago, at least 30, 40 years ago. Right here, there was a guy at the gas station that took care of all of that stuff. Sure, the gas was a little more expensive because he was there doing that, but he was a gas station attendant. You might give him a tip or something for filling your tank and washing your windows and checking your oil levels. And he said, hey, have a nice day, and keep going, and you keep going. Hey, if you need air in your tire, he'd put air in your tires. That's what he did. He was a gas station attendant. Then came self-service. So now you got to put your own air in your tire. And there was no guy there to fill your gas tank or check your levels. All of that's up to you, right? That was customer service. But you know why they cut those things? Because they cost money. Customer service costs money. Good customer service costs money. A lot of companies now are trying to cut back on costs. You know, they're trying to replace people with computers. There's literally an Amazon store where you walk into the store and there's no people. You are automatically charged to your credit card, however that works. But everything you pick up in the store and take out of the store is charged to you as you walk out. There's no customer service. You can't. So if there's a produce that's not so fresh, you just don't pick it up and walk off. You don't say, "Hey, look, this is not good. Or do you have a replacement for this? Is there something in the back? Something?" No. No, there's none of that. There's no customer service whatsoever as far as customer interaction with a person in the store. If you slip and fall in the store, I guess the camera can see it, and I guess there's somebody on the other end, and they'll call and say, "Hey, look, there's a customer that just fell in the store." Then maybe you'll get help. Maybe. But there's no human beings in the store whatsoever. That's the modern world we're headed to, where it's all about, let me make money while I don't have to really give you customer service. In fact, there's a lawsuit out right now where people are suing because, back in the day, you would repair TVs, you would repair appliances, you repair these things. Nowadays, manufacturers do this thing where they basically send you refurbished equipment to your house. It's no repair services. None of that anymore. That doesn't exist. You pay some kind of warranty maybe, and that warranty is basically a ripoff because they're going to give you, in replacement of your unit, something that's refurbished in exchange for what you had before. You don't get, a new, and there was a time when they used to change, "Oh, that's broken? Well, we're going to exchange it with a new unit." If it was within the warranty period, right? That's starting to go away too. Because everything costs money. They don't want to cost, they want to make money at all costs. You make money at all costs. But here's Chick-fil-A. Recently I went to this place called Cookout. Customer service is pretty good. I mean, they still have the line deal, but they have 2 or 3 lines. They have somebody back there directing people and that type of thing. The customer service is good. Chick-fil-A customer service is good. It's excellent. The chicken is decent. It's pretty good. So you can't complain about that either. But with their excellent customer service and their pretty good food service, they've got a business model that's become successful. But it's costly because it probably costs a little bit more to have extra employees out there in those lines at lunchtime. But look what it does for the customer. It brings them back to your location again and again and again. Meanwhile, McDonald's is over there. Do you really want to stand in that line? Do you know how many drive-offs there are? If you count the drive-offs, sure, people eat McDonald's for what it is. Sure, people stand in line for hours at McDonald's for what it is. But see, I was thinking about how customer service has gone so far. Even when you call customer service for cell phone service, credit card service, any services now, 9 times out of 10 you get an automated system. Secondly, you're going to get somebody that's outsourced. They're from outside the United States. And they're reading a script. They don't have any direction as to how to handle certain customer service things. You get frustrated with the whole system because you can't find answers to your problems. When you have a technical problem and this person keeps reading the same script over and over again, giving you the same answers, even though they're not the right answer to fix the problem you have in front of you. That happens. That's the customer service world we live in today. It's kind of a messed up thing. But good customer service comes from thinking that more companies should look at that Chick-fil-A model. Back in the day, I worked for T-Mobile. So I know about how they believe in customer service. Please and thank you. Customer service is not a perfect thing. And I promise you it's not, because you got to follow company policy. You're a customer service rep, even though you're representing T-Mobile or whatever company you work for. You're the customer service rep representing that company. You're not representing. You're not necessarily representing the customer, but you want to put the best face forward as the person that's there is the intervening agency between the company and that person's problem. You are that person that's intervening there. That's what you were sit there to do, and that's what I tried to do on every call. Try to be that person there on customer service to solve your problem. I've worked in other customer service industries as well. But the one that I found least favorable was my first outsourced service. Read the script, stick to the script, no matter what, stick to the script. And I could tell you right away something wasn't going to work. I sometimes went off script, but only on the fact that by going off script, what I did would actually fix the customer's problem. But I had that freedom to do so. Now with automated systems, you don't necessarily have the freedom to do so, and nowadays you may not even get a person on the phone at all. So you can just imagine how many customers it becomes a retention issue as far as customers go, how to keep customers. Oh, we've learned everything. We're studying all this and we're putting in the computers. Walmart versus Target used to be the thing back in the day. Customer service at Walmart has been terrible for years. Target is a little bit better, but Walmart has been terrible for years. It's profits at all costs first, then comes the customer. When you go in there, there's not enough cashiers at the registers. Stores are usually messy. If you have questions, there's really no one in the store that can answer the questions. Say you're in the electronics section, the person that works there is just an associate. Whereas Target, on the other hand, for a while they had experts in each department. They had someone who can answer your questions, help you find and locate things. You didn't have those problems. Target, on the other hand, I mean, Walmart even does that now with their car service. Literally, with their car service. Everything is about maximizing profit, minimizing loss. So now you're going to start seeing robots cleaning up the aisles in Walmart. You're probably going to see more automated cash registers that don't work. Less people. They say they're going to put people to work out there on the floor and in warehouses and places like that, but they're not in the customer service fields. They're letting the robots start to handle that. They're taking that away. Human interaction is not necessary to make money. I don't need your people. So your TV breaks. Now the thing is, go buy another one. TV's not good, but buy another one. We're not satisfying the customer's problems. Like, I like the product I've got. I want it to work. Now you would tell me to go get another one? No. I won't buy your product again. My experience as a customer means everything to you. Roadside assistance. Had a bad experience with roadside assistance. So, call roadside assistance. Need a tire change. Could have changed it myself. Only thing is I left my jack at home. So, talking to the customer service agent, and it takes an hour for her to find a service provider to come and change the tire. I probably could have called my cousin or somebody in 30 minutes and got it done, but I wanted to use my roadside assistance. It comes with my insurance, so we're going to use my roadside assistance. First of all, the agent on the phone was very nice. We'll say that. She was foreign. She was working off a script. And she had a list of numbers to call to try to find a service provider. It took her 30, 40, 50, 60 total minutes to find that service provider. Well, every number I call is automated. No one answers the phone. This is what she told me, literally. No one answers the phone. Or they said that there's no trucks available when you call the number. And all these services claim they're 24-hour towing services in a large city. Yet there's nobody available. Not because they were out on calls. They said there was nobody available. Now, mind you, it's COVID time and there may be some shortages. But I don't think they're not 24-hour services, and so there's somebody available. Well, eventually he found someone who came out and took care of that. But after an hour and 45 minutes, that was one harrowing experience. Think about this. Fortunately, I was stuck in a place that was close to home. But if I was in a place that was out on the highway or out in the middle of nowhere and all of that was going on, that could have been bad. Really, really bad. Poor customer service. See, we can't get away from that. So I'm saying this: if you start a business, think about this. This is something that's important. Who and how are you going to make money? Think about how you treat your customer, how you present yourself to your customer. All of those are important for customer retention, because for customer retention is how you keep your money coming. That customer is coming back and back again and again for your service because he thinks your service is good. If a customer doesn't think the service is good, then he's going to, of course, go somewhere else. Now, let me explain about these exceptions to the rules. And it's not because they're supposed to be exceptions to the rules. Some people live in a place where they have one utility company. Power company, gas company, oil company, water. They only have one utility company, so they have only one service they can go to. And then that's where customer service gets a little interesting and it can get bad. Customer service usually isn't outsourced, but then there are things that those companies do because they understand they're the only game in town, where they don't have to give you good customer service, especially when it comes to billing issues. Sometimes even when it comes to repair issues. Oh, it's broke. Well, you're going to have to pay a fee for it. And we get to tell you how much, because guess what? If you don't, what other service are you going to call? That's why this country is so big on stopping monopolies, because he who has the power, a company who has that much power can charge anything they want, and it may be too much, and they don't care, because if you need the service, you have to pay for it, right? No one should be at the mercy of customer service. No one should be at the mercy of anybody, really. Not as far as that goes. But even there should be good customer service. A service that people are proud to be able to call, not afraid to call that something's going to happen or they're going to have a situation where they can't get an answer to a question. Literally, that's where customer service is headed today. Some people get off the phone and they're absolutely frustrated and never get the answer to their questions. Sure, customer service can handle the simplest questions and the things that some of the more complicated issues because they've been studied time and time again, but there's no perfect automated system yet, and there's definitely there's definitely a lot of outsourcing still going on with customer service today. McDonald's doesn't care. As long as they make their money off of their burgers, they don't care if the customer is satisfied or not. But the more and more I see it, the less and less I want to go to McDonald's. The less and less I want to go to Burger King. I'd rather go to a Chick-fil-A. And look, I don't like Chick-fil-A's politics necessarily. Not all of it. I really don't. But I'd rather go to Chick-fil-A than go to Burger King or McDonald's. Healthier choices too, but even Wendy's, better experience. It's that model of this thing where people have got to get back to the basics, especially companies. They have got to get back to the basics of caring about their customers. AT&T is bad about that. Verizon's probably getting like that as well. T-Mobile to a certain degree as well. But T-Mobile's still number one when it comes to customer service, because guess what? They realize that customer service is how you keep your customers. Now, if you're a business and you're deciding, hey, look, I just want to make money, so we're going to make money at all costs. Be tacky. People go to a sit-down restaurant with a waiter expecting a good service. Bring you plenty of napkins, refill your drinks. Make sure you get your food on time. Kind and courteous. How would you like to go to a restaurant and just sit there? They bring out a menu, never really ask you what you want, then stand there, take your order, come back, throw it on at you, throw down some drinks or water or whatever, and never come back to your desk again and ask you how you're doing or any of those things. Worse yet, there could be something wrong with your food, and they can start arguing and bickering with you over the food while you're sitting there. Those customer service experiences are bad, so that means you're probably not coming back to the restaurant again. Same with any of those other places I just mentioned. Why would people continuously go? Walmart knows that people are going to go. They're going to shop there regardless. So Walmart's attitude has been the same thing all the time. I told this to customers before. If you stop shopping at a Walmart, if you stop going in there buying their goods, because they don't care. I lived in a neighborhood where they shut a Walmart down. They'll shut it down. As busy as the Walmart was, making all the money it was cost effective to shut the Walmart down. Claim their loss was greater than their intake, which I don't believe. But it's like they have the ability to do that. You as a customer have the ability to do the same thing. Don't spend your money in places that don't care how they treat you and all they want is your money. Don't spend money in Walmart. Don't go to Target. Not saying, but don't go to Walmart. Don't go to McDonald's, Burger King, and places like that just don't treat you right. Why give them the time of day? Why give bad customer service the time of day? I understand utilities is a little bit harder. That's why I mentioned that. You got to have the lights on in your house. Air is important. Being able to cook is important. All those things. Water, can't survive without that. So you kind of have to tend to go to your government agencies and try to fight those battles, which are even harder to fight. But the customer service battles we can't fight. It's bad customer service. That's where there's lawsuits pending against a lot of manufacturers now for how they treat their products now. Like I said, back in the day, it was a gas station attendant. That's called personal attention to your customer. That was a job for an individual. It was taken away. They're slowly taking away those little jobs. No, those aren't important. They're not. So everybody needs to go get a technical degree so they can become this electrician, this, that, and other. But the thing is, the elimination of customer service is hurting us society-wise. Everybody's becoming less courteous. Everybody's becoming more self-absorbed. That's why people shop at home. That's why malls are closing. People shop at home. They don't want to be around other people anymore. They rather shop online. It's more convenient. My life is so hustle and bustle. I'm working to do this and that. People don't even want to work in offices anymore. I worry about the world that we're actually creating, though. A customer unfriendly world. An uncourteous world. It's not the kind of world that we really want to live in. It's not the kind of world that we want to be a part of. I don't think as a human race, this is the direction we need to go. So good customer service means everything, right? It should mean everything to you. It should mean everything to your life. Just being kind and courteous to other people when you see them in any situation in life. When you encounter people on the street, you want to put your best foot forward. As a business, you want to put your best foot forward because it means your bottom line. Without your customer, you don't have any money. But for some reason, the model now is like, people don't really matter. I'm going to make money. I'm Walmart, and I will make money. You will shop here. So what? I am McDonald's. You will come by this cheap burger and McFlurry. And you'll buy it. So what? So what if you have to stand in line for an hour and a half with some teenage person with a bad attitude? Who cares? You stood there and you bought it. So what? That's not the right attitude to have. It makes people less likely to shop where you work. People don't even want to work in environments like that. They treat their employees the way they treat their customers. Let me say this again. They treat their employees the way they treat their customers. You're a commodity to be used, thrown away, not given a proper salary, not encouraged to enjoy your job. And it's getting like that all across the board. There are investors making billions of dollars off of the labor of people from customers who aren't getting good customer service. It's like a big swindle. It's like a con job. Seriously. Sorry to get so negative, but that's what it's like. It's like a huge con job. maybe it's time for us to make a couple of changes. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this segment of Thought You Were Woke No Speed Limit podcast. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button right there, and hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Definitely hit the like button. And make sure you share this with others. Comment below. Peace.